Hello, hello. I am back to help you do this thing called life. So, we are in the process of talking about Jesus, his temptations, his emotions, the things that made him a man, and just talking about even his interactions with people, his, I guess, the way he approached situations, just the different things about his life. So, today, we're coming from Matthew 17, verses 1 through 8, and this is from the Message Bible. And it says, 6 days later, 3 of them saw that glory. Jesus took Peter and the brothers, James and John, and led them up a high mountain. His appearance changed from the inside out right before their eyes. Sunlight poured from his face. His clothes were filled with light. Then they realized that Moses and Elijah were also there in deep conversation with him, with Jesus. Peter broke in. Master, this is a great moment. What would you think if I built 3 memorials here on the mountain? One for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. While he was going on like this, babbling, a light radiant cloud enveloped them, and sounding from deep in the cloud, a voice. This is my son, marked by my love, focus of my delight. Listen to him. When the disciples heard it, they fell flat on their faces, scared to death. But Jesus came over and touched them. Don't be afraid. When they opened their eyes and looked around, all they saw was Jesus, only Jesus. So, it's kind of hard to talk about, like we got to look at both parts. Because we're talking about Jesus, how he interacted with people, what he did. But it's hard to talk about what he did without talking about what Peter did. So we talked yesterday about having those, well, a couple of days this week, about having the people who are connected to you, who know you. They know your call. They know what's going on and how important it is for them to understand that there is a price to be connected to the called, right? So Peter is that brother. Everybody needs a Peter, right? Remember was it day before yesterday, I think? Maybe yesterday, I don't know. Where Peter told Jesus, no, you ain't about to die. Pulled him to the side to check him. And told him, you're not about to die. And Jesus said, get thee behind me, Satan. Peter is the one that walked on the water. Peter was that dude. Always ready, right? So in today's, Jesus has taken Peter, James, and John up on the mountain. And this moment happens. This moment where Elijah and, who was it, Moses? Yeah. Elijah and Moses manifest, and they all see it. They see Jesus communicating with these other 2 people, and in the middle of them, like really, like Jesus and them are, the word says, in deep conversation. Peter goes over there and wants to know, Jesus, whoa, like this is big. You want me to set up some tents for the 3 of y'all? Boy, you better know when to hush. So that's what I got to get across today. When something, y'all, I'm inside and here going that. But when something great is happening, you have to be okay with not having to be seen or heard. Okay? Because sometimes you need to realize that God has ordained you to be silent right now. Just be a silent observer, because he wants to use you to talk later. Because Peter is the one now, after Jesus resurrects and all that. You know, Peter had his downs. We're going to talk about that later too. But when it was the day of Pentecost, Peter was the one that spoke up. But right now, bro man needed to be quiet. He interrupted the whole moment. He blew they high. I mean, it was gone. It was over. Like, God had to speak, like, God spoke, not even Jesus this time. God spoke like, you need to be quiet. The word says that he said, this is my son, some other stuff. Listen to him. In other words, shut your face. You don't always have to have something to say. And I guess that's one of the things when you're connected to the call, you got to know when to be silent. Know when you're just, look, you're privileged to be in the place. You ain't got to say nothing. Sit quietly. Be a fly on the wall. Because there will come a time when God may use you to confirm something, to say something, but this ain't it. And then, if you're the leader, know your crew and keep teaching them till they get it. So when they do that thing and you like, when you get with them, you need to let them know that ain't what we do. Like, he messed up the whole thing. He messed up everything. And they were gone. So to those who are connected, know when to just chill. Know when to be quiet. And for those who are the called, know your crew. Know when to take them. Know when not to take them. And then give the correction that's needed when it's needed with love. Because now, Jesus handled this very diplomatically. He came back over and was like, y'all, it's all right. Get up. Don't be afraid. And then they were gone. But Jesus, he loved them. Because had that been me, I don't know if I would have handled it so well. So that's why I'm studying Jesus now, so I know what to do. All right, y'all. I hope you get the gist of what I'm saying. As we go forward and as we go onward and upward to levels that we've not been at before, placed in rooms where we aren't qualified to be, we just got to know when we need to sit quietly and observe and thank God for allowing us to be in that moment. And if we're the one who God has, like the one that the others were connected to that God has allowed to be in the room, just know the wisdom and still treat people the right way like Jesus did. All right. This has been One More Minute with Marcy. I'll be back tomorrow with another moment of momentum producing motivation. Until then, stay encouraged and know you got to flutter before you can fly, but flying is in your future.